more dramatic than I had planned initially. Which, are we surprised? Not really, right? Well, hello my lovely nestlings and welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm 45 from the Netherlands, hence the accent. And today I'm finally trying matte cosmetics. I don't know how many people will watch this, but I don't care. Yeah, fun fact is that this is maybe even the most boring palette that they have brought out. But still, when I saw it, I was like, that's the one I want. I don't know what that says about me, but apparently a lot. So yeah. I have not done my face except put a little bit of Guilty Cosmetics brow gem in my brows, and that is it. And for the rest, I have already prepared one arm, because usually I show you a close-up of the palette, which I will, but I also show you the close-up of the swatches, but I want to swatch it on camera because I want to. So yeah, that is it. So let me show you the close-up of the palette. And I don't know if you can see, but in the letters Mary Jane there is kind of glitter, and the glitter bits also move, so that's cool. I bought mine at Beauty Bay, just so in case you were wondering. There are, I don't know how many shades, I don't know, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes, and then the rest are shimmers. Yeah, I really like these colors. Truly, I'm very interested to see how they swatch and how they feel. So that is what I'm going to do now. So I have a clean arm. I haven't shaved it though. Or do I have hairs? Yeah, a bit. And also no primer. And that does make a difference because on my eyes I am going to use a primer later. So yeah, I'm just going to... It also feels very heavy, the palette does. I'm going to start here and then I'm going to go like that. And I'm very excited. My fingers are dry. They should be clean, but I don't know why. Every time I sit down here, I have glitter everywhere. That's, yes. So I'm going to start with the shade called Mary Jane. Okay. Oh yeah, and the pans are magnetic. I don't know if you know that, but I noticed because they were off center and I kind of wanted to know why. Okay, so here I have the first 3. Let me see if I can see myself what I'm doing. So here the shade Mary Jane feels a bit like a topper. And then the first matte is called Gaspar. And then the first shimmer, she's a very chunky one. It's called Sweet Lucy. Oh, but oh yeah, I really like the color of these. So let's see if I can build up Mary Jane a bit. I don't think so. It does not really want to pick up on my finger, but it could very well be that this is meant as a topper. But here are the first 3 shades. So the next shade is the shade Bamba, which also feels, well, I can pick up a lot. Then Sinsemia, that's how I would pronounce it. And then Santa Maria. Yeah, it's actually, what I'm swatching right now, what I'm noticing with the shimmers is that they are kind of harder pressed in a pan, looks like, but I can still really nicely pick them up with a finger. I don't really have to dig my finger in, well, except then the shade Mary Jane, but again, I think it's a topper. This shade, that's Santa Maria. Oh. So the next one is a matte, and then we have a shimmer, then a matte, and then let's also do the last shimmer, which also kind of looks like a topper, or maybe, you know, an inner corner shade, something like that. Okay, so Santa Maria, yeah, we have Rubia now, which swatches very nicely. That is the shade Ball. This is Mari, and this is Kali. So again, I think Kali, oh, now I can pick up, it's just a pink. Okay, I don't have that much power in the pinky. Let's also grab the shade Mari again. So here's the palette. So yeah, I don't really know what I was expecting swatching wise, but the mattes feel nice. They don't feel very powdery or very dry. They don't feel extremely silky. They feel nice. Pigmented, yes, as I can see. I like the fact that you have multiple color families. So basically here you have a little bit of the yellowy-ness, and then here you get a little bit more, I don't know, I don't know what I want to say, but I feel like there are kind of color families, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I am very, very excited to play with this. And I think that the color story is very, very pretty. Hence the fact that is why I bought it. So yeah, again, the shade Mary Jane. This one could very well be that it is just a topper shade. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm going to prime my eyes. I haven't done my face, as you know. And I'm going to not do that because I think that some of the shimmers are pretty fallouty. So I'm going to prime with the Natasha Denona Eye Primer. Now I heard that it is sold out in the US. I actually don't know if it's still on Beauty Bay. I will link it. That's where I got mine. Fortunately for me, I still had a kind of a nice hefty coupon. So I got mine, well, I won't say cheap, but cheaper. So yeah, let's see if I will get my money. You know, when I saw this palette, actually, let me find some brushes. When I saw the palette, the first thing that I thought of was, I think that I finally found kind of a replacement for my Jeffree Star cremated palette, because I love that color story so much. I have not used it ever since basically the shit has hit the fan. But I do like that color story a lot, and yeah, it was just very unique in my collection. So I've been kind of trying to find replacements, and I have it kind of strewn about in my collection. I can dupe out the most of the shades, or at least my most favorite ones. And then when I saw this palette, I was like, yeah, that's the curated version. That's kind of what I've been looking for. So I kind of want to play here. So I'm going to start with the shade Gaspar. That was the first shade that I noticed when I saw the palette, and I'm going to use that one. So the shade, it's not going to be a complicated look. The plan is Gaspar, and then probably darken it up with Sinsemilla, and then this one on the lid and this one in the inner corner. Truly, it's going to be a very simple, quick look, or at least I hope so. Okay, let's see what it will do with the brush. I am using the Sigma base. I'm tapping off, and I have quite a lot of pigment on my brush. Not a Sigma base, a Sigma brush. Just going to tap it on my eye. I actually thought it would be lighter color wise, this shade. It's very I don't know how the other formulas from Melt are, because as I said, this is the first one that I have tried, but just based on this shade and how it performs on my eye when I tap it on, it's darker than I thought it would be, but it looks to blend out nicely, work very well on top of a sticky base. It could very well be the color of the primer, because the color of the primer is a little bit orangey almost. I'm going to go to one of my Nabla brushes. It's clean, and I want to blend the edge, which goes very well. Okay, I'm still in this brush because I kind of want to see what happens. Yes, I'm going to the shade called Sinsemilla, this one, the darkest one, with a very fluffy brush. So, because I want to go in a little bit slower, so I'm following the shape of my eye in. I do feel that they blend very well into each other, so that is good, or at least what I can see. Okay. Back to the first color Casper with a slightly more open brush for the edge. Just bring it a little bit back. So basically a little bit more dramatic than I had planned initially. Which, are we surprised? Not really, right? So let's then, because we can, deepen up the outer corner and the crease a little bit more with the shade Sinsemilla. First I'm going to go to the shade Gaspar. I'll probably have to do this again though. Or at least touch up when I've done my foundation. And then I'm going to go to the shade Sinsemilla, which is the darkest one. And eye pencil wise, I have not really decided yet. An idea is forming, but We shall see. Okay, shimmer time though. I'm not going to use a glitter primer because I usually do not, or at least not lately. So let me get a brush. Well, which are you? Rose Gold, oh Zoeva. Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to go to the shade, it's Sweet Lucy, and then to this one. Yeah, not a lot of shades I'm going to use, right? But honestly, who wants to see this? Truly. You know, yeah, I know you guys will want to see me play with this, but still, I don't know. I don't think it will give me an impulse of new people, which is okay. I just wanted this palette. So yeah, I've actually sprayed it, and the reason that I sprayed it is because I hope to minimize fallout. Oh, I like this color a lot. It's not the best brush though. I don't like this brush. It is a very loose shade, the shade Sweet Lucy. At least with the brush that I have now, and this is my favorite brush for shimmers. I can feel the fallout. I'm going to grab a sponge tip applicator for my other eye, because that is basically the same resemblance as if I were to do it with my finger, but claws, so not handy. Because I actually think that this is a formula that may be best with a finger. Not sure though. Oh, Fallout City, god darn it. Yeah. So it does not matter. Fine, that's okay. This shimmer, it almost seems a little bit looser, without a lot of, almost not enough binder in it, if that makes any sense at all. So basically it's a drier shimmer formula, which I don't mind, but I just need to use the correct brush for it. And do my eyes first. Let's also put it underneath my eye because I can. I need to clean it up anyway. I want the shade Mary Jane, I mentioned that, right? Yeah. Let's try it dry with a very tiny brush first. Let's see what happens. Not a lot. Okay. Oh, maybe I should not have done that. Let's clean up a bit. Just in the inner corner, because I'm going to grab a glitter primer now. And I'm going to put some on my hand. I'm going to take a brush, dip it in the glitter primer, and because a glitter primer I do use if I need it where I'm placing it right now. So basically inner corner, lower lash line. I think this shade really needs it. So now I'm going to go into the shade Mary Jane. Okay. Do I have the wrong brush? I have not, could be. I haven't watched any videos on this palette because I want to formulate my own thoughts. Maybe I had to, that's better. So I just did not have the correct brush. I used the Morphe E36, but it almost did not really want to pick up. And now I have a, what do I have? A BH pencil brush. Because I kind of see that I need more surface area to pick up these shades with. That is such a big mess. But it is what it is. Painting it or placing it over that shimmer shade Mary Jane. Okay, a little bit more of that shade, putting it on top. And basically setting the pencil a bit. It's not as vibrant as I kind of would have wanted, and I look like Auntie Fester now with all that darkness there. But I'm going to clean it up, and then I will be back, show you the completed look, and I don't know, do I need to give, yeah, I will kind of give some thoughts on the palette, I think, at least. So yeah, hold on tight, I'll be right back, I hope it. I thought let's keep it a little bit... Really? Why do I have hairs always everywhere? And you know, also fun fact, I don't know if you can if you see that in the close-up, but I shaved my head again this morning, but I forgot 5 hairs here. So yeah, I need to basically reshave in just a little bit, but that's okay. The falsies I have on are, well, a little bit more dramatic, and I thought this look warranted it because yeah, in my head it was going to be quite of a, maybe a lighter everyday look. Still an everyday look for me, but a little bit more dramatic, as I apparently am today. Never mind. The falsies are from AOA Studio, 3D foam ink in the style Jean. I love these falsies. Truly. I'm glad I have backups. Yes, the lippy is a combination between a Colourpop lippy pencil in the shade BFF3, which was a little bit too warm for what I was going for. But it happens sometimes, and then I paired it with the shade Muted from Juvia's Place, and then I got this, which is maybe still a little bit more warmer than I wanted. Maybe I should have brought in Lady. Maybe that would have been better. I'm just going to put it in the center. Does that help? Not really, but that's okay. Juvia's Place lippy, that is what is, yes. The rest of my makeup will be down below. I really do like how this look turned out, a lot. I think it is very, very pretty. These are the colors that I wanted for so long in one palette all together, and I cannot wait to play with the rest. I do have thoughts though. Let's start with the mattes. I think that, well, there were 2 mattes that I used today. I think they performed very, very nicely. The shade Gaspar, yeah, was a lot darker than I thought it would be. But I do like the tone of this a lot. And what I notice is that it is a very nice shade to blend out on its own as well. So you can very easily do a one-colored crease with just this shade if you really build up. And I actually think that the rest is like that as well, with the exception of Mari, for me at least. Because for me, I think, yeah, it is closer to my skin tone. But I do really want to use this one and then just softly darken up the outer corner and the crease a bit, you know. The shimmers, the tones of the shimmers are so pretty. I wish though that this one was easier to pick up with a brush, and I have never worked with melt shadows before, so now that I have, I'm kind of going to look for reviews a little bit, because the brushes that I used kind of did not really want to pick up the shade, so I kind of feel like I need to dig my brush in, but then it is very, very sparkly and very loose. So basically these are shimmers, at least these 2 are shimmers that are, oh yeah, and this one as well, that when I dig my brush in, it is very glittery, or I usually call them particly. So I feel like the binder that is in here is less sticky, a drier formula. I don't really know how to explain it. I know that I have formulas like this in my collection, and I don't mind them at all. I do think though that they will perform better on top of a glitter primer. So what I'm going to try next time is the brush that I used it with is a little bit more open, and then when I go into the shade it picks up a lot of product, but it also creates massive fallout. So I think I will just coat my brush with glitter primer and then pick it up, because spraying the brush did not really help. I almost want to go in with a wet brush. That is how I feel that they pick up. I used this one in my inner corner a little bit. Yeah, they were a little bit harder to pick up, I felt at least. And maybe these are shades that are better with a finger, I don't know. But yeah, claws, so it's not handy. So if you have this, let me know how you use the shimmers. I think that they actually will perform the best with the glitter primer. I'm not sure. But yeah, the tones that are in here, yeah, for me, this is a palette that can be very much everyday, because I just pick a matte and then a shimmer and maybe deepen it up a little bit, so I can really go in color families, and I truly like that. I like that with color, I like that with neutrals as well, and the shades that are in here are very, very pretty. So I also cannot wait to just play here in the center. I don't know if this is the normal melt formula. I have no idea. So I cannot help you with that. The only thing that I can tell you is what I felt while using the shades. I think they're pretty. I do feel that now that the shimmers here have been on my arm a little bit longer, some kind of lose their particleness. Can you? I don't know. Can you see that? This shade, for instance, while it is still shiny, it's not very, very foiled. I feel like the loose bits kind of have fallen away a little bit, so I don't know how it will be fallout wise during the day. I have no idea, but I truly do love the color story. I am though very, very happy that I had a nice coupon, so it was a little bit less of a big chunk out of my wallet. Yeah, I think the formula is nice. I could work with it. I do kind of want to see how to best work with the shimmers. So yeah, that was it. And was it helpful? I don't know. Do you need it? I don't know. That's for you to decide. If you like this color story, if you like Mel's formula, I think you're good. But again, I don't know. Let me know if you have the palette. Let me know if you want the palette. I don't know if I will do more looks with this on camera, because frankly, I don't think that I have the time. So I think I will just play with it in my off days and maybe film something for Instagram if I feel fancy. If I can find the time, because yeah, that's it. If I can find the time. Or maybe I will just dig it out for my members extra, because I need to make a new members video anyway. Let me know, my members, if that is of interest to you. And then that is going to be it. I'm at the side of the screen, so I can put up my members, and you will see the names scrolling by right now. If you want to become a member, there's a link to join in the description box. And that is going to be it for today. Don't forget to check out my description box for all the makeup that I have on my face, and also discount codes and all that. Yes, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. I'm going to wish you a fantastic day, a fabulous evening. May your foundation always match your neck, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye guys.